station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminium! Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I was just enjoying TM Songs Beats made by our guy Phable. He is awesome. The man's amazing. And of course, I have to mention it again. Congratulations to Phable. 1K followers on the Insta. That is amazing. I'm so happy for him. That is awesome. My brother, you're awesome, man. And of course, he's the music to my channel. I appreciate. Follow him on the Insta, please. He does have a YouTube channel too. The description is down below. Always thankful for him. Of course, also the PCP Army, Badbatch, the music to the whole our whole crew, everybody. PCP Army is strong. This community is strong. I always appreciate this community. And before we bring in my co-host, I'm plugging my new show, our new show. Me and my man. Fargate, aka Bruce Johannes. The Amazing Collected Edition show starts tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. I am hyped for this. We talk omnibuses, collected edition. We review one of either or. Of course, we go over the BCBS, or I think I got that right, pre-order list. The introduction of the show will be tomorrow. We'll explain a lot more tomorrow. And if he's on here, he has the power to drop the links now if he hasn't noticed. And yeah. So I'm very excited for that. Of course, we have a few more things going on here. There's so much going on, so much. So this week, I made a little change just for the week. My new comic book day haul will happen a day sooner, usually on my regular Wednesday, 6 p.m. time slot. Instead of having Sam, we're doing that the next day, but Wednesday, I will have my new comic book day haul, June 9th. Cover that. That's usually my Thursday show, but Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do that because other obligations for the both of us. So we figured we move it into Thursday because Thursday, June 10th, 4 p.m. Eastern, my man Sam Tangled Web. We talk about Marvel movies, everything about the movies. Either the Spider-Man movies or some of the MCU. I mean, it's a lot to cover. We're going to cover everything, but we're going to cover our favorites, maybe a top countdown and all that. Our least favorite. It should be a blast. That's going to be Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, special time. Yeah, I'm going to keep on rolling. What's next? Next week will be a little change. Next week, we're getting Loki starting on Wednesday. So, of course, let's talk about it. Returns with the MCU show, Loki. Can't wait. Sunday, June 13th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait. We've been waiting like 7 weeks for this. I'm so hyped to the point where we might have to. We made a decision, me and TM, to move our compendium to a special show so we could finish this on the next Monday. We're doing it the next Monday, June 14th, 5:30 p.m. We'll cover issues 38 to 41. So it'll be a special edition. That way we leave room. That way, because we feel like once the show starts, we're gonna be so giddy about that show that this gets a real backseat. And so we figure we give this its due diligence because this right here has been a lot of fun. Me and TN's been enjoying it so much, and I can't wait to keep doing this show. And we got think after this week we have 3 more shows left of content for this book. So I hope everybody enjoys that, joins us if they can. Always appreciate you guys. More show, more content, right? Why not? I'm not busy as it is. I'm not busy, right? But yeah. Without further ado, I'm gonna bring my guy in, our guy, TM. You know him, Mr. TM Nerdy. What is up, my friend? How you doing? Station.
It's going. So is this the plug-in portion of the show? Because I got a few things to plug myself coming up this week that we're all excited for.
Go ahead. The floor is yours. I'll give you the floor.
Well, if you didn't know that this past week has been very busy. Not only did I have Trish Forstner on, Big Herm and Phable were on for that show. That was just fan-freaking-tastic. But Thursday night, I also had Charlie McEvely, creator of Spider Squirrel, a Kickstarter, and I was joined by Nick Comic Culture and Stefan, Missing Link. And that was fan-freaking-tastic. But this coming Wednesday, for Whiplash Wednesday, I have Dylan from Dylan's Horror Show coming on with me. And then the following week, I will have Sam from Sam's Tangled Web join me. So it's just fun all around. And then June 30th, I will have another creator on my show. I love Beast Wars, as you all know. So I got a hold of the creator of Beast Wars, the writer of Beast Wars right now. Yeah, Eric Burnham. And I'll be joined by Chamorro Cinema and Cody, that is Cryo Prime. Station to those guys.
Oh, nice.
But my special announcement, this just got all done up today, but this Saturday, I got to figure out the time difference, but like at 8 p.m. Pacific, I'll be on Spinetick's channel. I have not told anybody, so you guys are hearing it here first. I'll be over on Spinetick's this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Awesome. That's an exclusive on our show. That's awesome news, man. That's awesome news.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you. I was just like, I'm not telling you.
He didn't. He didn't tell me till you went on here. No one tells me anything anymore. But
it was just like, it was all realized like an hour ago. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. We've been really busy. A lot of things going on for both of us, and I'm loving it. This community is amazing, and this is a lot of fun. It's work, yes, it's work, but it's for work we like to do. A lot of fun for you guys. And talk about the community. Let's go to the chats real quick. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
We've been in here for 9 minutes ranting about our shows and all that. We need to acknowledge why we're here. The chats. First up, we got Bobby De La Ghetto up in here. Station, my man, Station. And
Bobby the legend.
Behind him, Bobby the legend. Not too much behind him. Brother Joe, I miss you. I haven't talked to you in a few days. Station, my man. I'll be nice to you today. I won't call you out today. But and I can't promise the future. Some guy named TM Nerdy keeps coming up every week and bothering us. Station. John Thomas. Station, my man. Station. My voice is still a little. I just got up not too long ago. It's not there. It's not there. I can't stand that. I want my voice to be perfect so I could like do all the chants and stuff. But you guys, I appreciate you guys anyway. Putting up with me. James Felt Station, my man. And fellow Canadian of yours, Nerdy Couch. What is up, Station? Who else is up in here? Phable. Station, my man. Thanks. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days.
Hardcore
too, so.
Station. Hardcore Station.
Station. And of course, TM, we got this guy here against station. Everyone, can I have a
Not
request
today,
for Big Herm?
FBI.
Yeah, man. I'm really tired, but I'll get up just for you. I got me my Biggie Smalls shirt. You know what I mean? Biggie Smalls is the illest. Grew up in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, he was our king. You know, rapper, amazing rapper. You know what I mean? I had to. Oh, of course, I had my Assassin's Creed hat. First time wearing it on the show. So why not? I love Eric, the Stash the Ranch Station, my man. How you doing? Says love you. I love you, boy. I love you, bro. I said, boy. I was like, what? What? I'm Kratos? No, hey, boy, come here. Billy Parmax, most peaceful station, my man.
Hail.
Hail, 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 hail. I hope I'm not forgetting about anybody up in here. I know I saw Maria up in here. I can't find her anymore. I know she's busy. She's working. So, she won't be in the chats that much
Thank you,
tonight.
Maria, for making all of the amazing thumbnails that we just shown here at the start of the video. I just want to give a huge thank you to her.
Station to Maria. Station. She is amazing. Darth Timo, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. I think I got everybody. Am I missing anybody? I hope I'm not. Big Herm TM are everywhere. It feels like that, right?
We're
I was on
everywhere
Sam's
but
show on
nowhere at
Friday,
once. Think
and
about
I
that one for a second.
Yeah, go figure, right? I was on Sam's show on Friday too. So, yeah, man. Awesome. I love doing it. But enough rambling. Let's talk about it. We're here, of course, to talk about a particular book that we've been loving and enjoying.
Number 34. Issue 34,
10
guys. That is so close to the end. As we told you guys before, this is 1 to 50. So being at 34, we're going from 34 to 37 today. So buckle up and let's dive in.
It's the love. Oh, sorry. Let me get a sip. I'm already drying my throat.
Yeah. The first word I seen, like, not gonna lie, like, it doesn't even start on this word, but it's so much bigger than the rest. So it's just like Malbosia. I was like, oh, I'm gonna love this issue.
Phable. Yeah, so it opens up with explaining him and how a particular villain, not him. I thought it was him, but it's not him. It's the other guy now, our favorite villain, Mr. Violator. That's how he started and all that. This is pretty much how it starts.
Yeah, because like in the last like it says how he was created, and then it goes into it. Like you kind of start to feel a little bit bad for the guy. Not gonna lie, because this is how he was born. He was born in hell, and it's kind of like going through his creation. And like in the last issue, you know that like him and Spawn fought, and then he kind of disappeared from that. So we get back to like telling his origin story, kind of like how he was created and how he should be the Hellspawn. Why not somebody that was not somebody else? Like, why, when there's like, I'm perfectly good enough to be the Hellspawn?
Yeah, so like he doesn't get to be the prettier being from hell. He gets to be this ugly thing. So like, yeah, they do. McFarlane does a good job making you feel bad for him and stuff, and it's just that's pretty much what the few pages is about. Is all that and all that.
Yeah, because he's walking around injured, and he eventually turns back into the clown. And he just sits back. He's just like, why can't I be the definitive one? Like, what better than somebody that was created in hell? And that's pretty much just back and forth for a couple of scenes, and then it jumps over to Wanda.
So she's at Granny's house. They're visiting Granny, and supposedly, I think it's here when things are starting to go good for Granny. Or was that the next page? That was probably the next page, right? But
oh no, it was this page.
It was where all of a sudden, like she's been having problems with the pension or something like that, and for her
Yeah, she
husband.
wasn't getting her pension check, and then all of a sudden things start to happen. All of a sudden,
All of a
magically, they
sudden,
just yeah.
whew,
But
very
like
suspicious.
being Granny, being a woman of God, she just pays no attention. She just thinks it's God blessing her.
Yeah, it's her prayers and all that. So after that, we end up in the streets, the mean streets of New York. And
I like this page.
I know you're gonna like this page. If you want to show it, go ahead. Show them what you're talking about.
I'm not, guys. I'm not a sick puppy, but like, come on. like, ooh.
It even has a kiss in the cheek, and literally a kiss in the other cheek.
I would say those are my lips, but I'm not wearing lipstick.
Anyway, moving on. So it shows this kid in the alley, and this big uh drug deal going on with this kid. He's telling him, you need to do this deal for $300 or else, or something like that. And then the kid's like, okay, you know what I mean? Because he's very scared. And at this point, you feel sorry for the kid, not knowing what he's about in the future. This kid's not no ordinary kid. He's gone through a lot as a kid. Makes you feel a little bad for him. But at this point, you don't know what's going on. And then after that, of course, we get I'm sure you want to show this.
I'm just over here with a shit-eating grin on my face. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta. Oh boy, you gotta love the '90s, huh? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Ooh.
So you got this perv looking through the peephole where you pay for
I just
money
tore out
over
the
there.
page by accident.
The
Seriously,
peephole.
like, uh-oh. The page accidentally tore out.
Oh no, for real?
Yeah. Oh well. I'm not gonna hold it up anymore.
You got too excited there. Calm down. Calm down.
I know. I was like, oh, look at him. Look at him.
So I hope it's not that bad. But
Yeah, it's alright.
so
It's a reader's copy.
So it shows the dude just peeping Tom, but that's part of the deal. It's one of those quarter things. You put a quarter in and it shows a little bit, and it shows the ladies mud wrestling in mud. To each his own. I don't know why people love that, but this whatever. But somehow out of nowhere, you see a dude just somebody just in the shadows take him out, and then he gets all bloody that even gets on the ladies, and boom, who you got here? A guy's like, oh, it's Armageddon. You know what I mean?
It's none other than Malbosia.
Malbosia. So yeah, so he's like talking like he's pretty much just talking crap again and all that about Al Simmons and all that and what he's doing and all that and the ranks of being the devil in hell, you know what I mean? Of one of the devils. And then of course you have a whole news page of the news people talking about what happened with the guy. Supposedly the guy was a part of drug dealer or cartel or something like that, and he got what is coming. They didn't even feel bad for him. The last guy is like, he got what is coming. But of course, moving on to that, we get to our resident bad guy here. There's two of them here. To the office of
Jason Wynn.
Jason Wind, and he's getting a call, and then who visits him? None other than the clown. The clown. And then I guess I laugh, right? And and then so he starts talking to Marvin Wynn. Marvin Wynn's like, he's intrigued, but he's like, who the hell is this guy in my office? And then he starts telling them, kind of like he knows about Spawn, who he is and all that. He tells him like he can help him, you know, that because the clown, his job is to make Spawn, Al Simmons, his life a living hell, literally. And
Yeah. Well, he wants like, because he's not fully the Hellspawn yet. Like he still needs to like run down that level of where he's at, and then either die or like go to hell and become the definitive Hellspawn. Station Azores. I'm looking forward to being on Spinetics Saturday. So it's like running down. So like he wants to get him to show his dark side. He wants him to go more and more to the dark side than ever. So what better way to do that than talk about one of the most powerful guys in the city?
yeah, and he tells him like he should get his help because if he doesn't get his help, it'll be bad for him. So pretty much it's a lose-lose for him, really. But really, he could win, but if he doesn't do this, you know, he's gonna get screwed. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't know you don't mess with the clown. So that's what that whole thing's about. And then we go over to this another beautiful page, another beautiful lady up in here. So we have
Oh
like
yeah, and I love Mason Redhead. I don't know why I said that, but let's move on.
let's move on. I'll show it since you broke your page right here. So we got our Detective Burks there, like going, you know, like kind of thing, you know, and then like he's like he comes and say, hey, you know, I like that breast. I mean, I like that dress you're wearing there. You know what I mean? He's like, can we talk? She's like, nah, I got somewhere to go. And then he's like, ooh, I love her. And then he goes to Twitch. He's like, oh, you wouldn't believe this girl with the big boobs and all that. So he's being like a complete jackass. And that redheaded lady is right there in the hospital room because that lady is Twitch's wife.
Twitch has got it going on, like, and you got to show this photo too. Like, he walks in and sees like she's just sitting on the bed, and like he's like, "Hello, sir. I'm so happy to see you." Like,
Yeah, right there. I hope you can see it.
like Twitch is like a weird character because he plays it all cool. He is an ace marksman, has a beautiful wife, has a bunch of kids, gets excited about what his partner thinks the most. Like he cares mostly about what Sam thinks of him. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so so he's there like, oh crap. You know what I mean? I just made a jackass of myself. And I thought that whole scene was funny.
Yeah. I was like, go Twitch. Freak yeah, man.
And of course, and she leaves because she has things to do. And they start talking about what's happening with the CIA and the phone records and all that. So there's still being detective work going on there. And then the next page, we have Marvin Wynn again on the phone. This time he's on the phone.
You
And
said Marvin Wynn.
oh, my bad, Marvin. I did what you did. Jason Wynn. And he's in the office, and then now he's like talking to the president and all that. And then the president, he made some kind of a deal in a country that he has to do. That now he's got this task to do, and it was the clown that had orchestrated that whole thing. So now Marvin Wynn's like, I can't mess with
Jason
this guy. Jason Wynn. Now I'm making all the mistakes. This is what happens when you work 3 straight nights and don't get a whole lot of street sleep. But Jason Wynn knows that this is the real deal. This guy somehow made these plans out of nowhere, and now he got to listen to this guy, because he wasn't scared of him at first, but now he's got to be alert. And then the next page, you have the wizard guy again, and he's trying to talk to Spawn,
and he's going on about how Spawn and the Violator are not so different after all. They work on impulse instead of they don't think before they act. They do, and he's pretty much telling him he's got to put that aside. He can't be acting on impulse. He got to, like, part of his military training was to act on impulse, to react in fast paced situations. But the wizard guy is saying, like, you can't have these impulses anymore. That's what he's wanting. The Violators want you to do that kind of stuff. He's wanting you to, like, accept these impulses and become the devil that he wants you to be.
Yeah, and then he's trying to get Spawn to stop reacting that way, stop giving hell Mabosia.
Malbosia.
Mabosia. Stop giving him more ammo, you know what I mean? Because every time he kills and all that, they go to him, you know what I mean? So he's trying to train him, you know what I mean? Then of course
Yeah,
he talks about everything that happened through his life, you know, so far, and it shows like pictures of all the clown, Wanda, Fitz,
yeah.
all
People
of
that
them.
are
So
entangled in this. So if he sits around and does nothing, these people's lives are getting damaged if he sits around and does nothing, and that are all entangled in this kind of web. And it
yep.
shows the clown. It shows um, Terry. I was going to say Terry McGinnis. That's Batman Beyond. You have Wanda. You have, for some odd reason, the Mafia guy, but he's still in it. You have Jason Wynn, not Marvin Wynn. You have Sam and Twitch. You have Granny.
Yeah, so that happens. Of course, they remind you of the number 6887. That's the whole meter. So he gives a lot of this in the next few issues, and it doesn't really move much, but they still give it to you that to remind you that that's part
I
of the
think
goal right there.
I want to look back on it because it might be showing us something that we're not paying attention to. Like, how much has it been going down the last few issues compared to now? Is it showing us that the numbers are dropping less now? Like, they're not bulged, like they're not going down like 20. They're going down like 5 now instead of 20. Maybe this is him controlling it and actually keeping that number at a solid state. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just thought about that now.
No, yeah, and he talks to the wizard too about that, you know, because he's like, you need to calm down with that, and that's what he was talking about. And he's like, ain't that what I'm doing? You know what I mean? But apparently he's not doing enough, and he's trying to tell him that, you know. So the next page we got our guy Terry Fitzgerald
Not
up in here,
McGinnis.
not McGinnis, and and he's trying to look for dirt on Jason Wing, and and you know, he doesn't find anything on him. Like Jason, he made sure this time they cleaned out anything because they're already onto him. So of course, who shows up? Jason Wynn in the office, and he catches him looking. He like tries to play it off and all that, and Station Jennifer, and and yo, he just, of course, he just started playing it off. Hey, how can I help you and all that? I've been looking at all the records of the things and the thing. You know, he just started to come up with things off the top of his head. And then Jason tells him, yeah, so I have a project for you, and he starts giving him little projects to do, and to help him out, trying to gain the trust of Terry. You know, trying to play the game a little bit with him. So
Yeah, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer.
yeah, so while that's stirring up, in the next page we have a oh no, that's the end of the issue. What am I
Yeah,
doing?
I was gonna say, it's like in the next page is like,
In the
that's
next
the
page,
next
what?
issue,
Yeah,
buddy.
that's the next issue. So it ends like that with that whole conversation, and it's to be continued. So I thought this issue, it was a lot of reading for this issue, but it was worth it, and it was a good read for this particular issue. So
Yeah, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 backlogs.
4.5 backlogs. So me too. And jumping over, because I'm dying to get to this part for some reason. We go over to issue 35. And issue 35, it has a big sign, welcome back Twitch. So Twitch is back from the hospital and all that. And all that. And of course, Burks plans the whole party and puts donuts up in there, you know. To the
Yeah, it
big
plays it
dude.
off like he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it, but
It's
he
like that's
did.
why there's like so many jelly donuts. Your favorite.
Which really was Detective Burke's favorite, but you know. But yeah, so that while that's going on, the next page has him talking to the sheriff, the chief, and he starts they well actually they start just talking, and of course Burks, he's onto him. So the chief, you know, Chief Banks, he like not digging it, so he's trying to like, you know, trying to intimidate him because he's all confident because he's got Jason Wynn on his side and all that. But this
So
detective right here,
if you
there's no
guys, just to remind you guys, Chief Banks' head was connected with the Billy Kincaid, the child killer. So that's why
yes,
Sam is going after him, just to catch up everybody.
yeah. And then like Detective Burks and Twitch, they're not having it. They're the most straight cops you can find in the city right now. They're not afraid. They're getting behind what's going on over there.
Especially child, like being connected with the child killer. They don't want to, like, they think that's terrible. Like, who wouldn't?
So
Except for that guy,
of
apparently.
course,
The chief of the police was connected with the child killer.
yeah, yeah. But moving on to the next page, you have back to the alley, back to that wizard guy, which we always forget his name, but he keeps talking to Al Simmons, Spawn, and talking about telling him he doesn't know how to use his suit right. He needs to use it more. And you know what I mean? I mean, he has been. That's Al Simmons keeps telling him, yeah, I have been. But he says he got to be smarter with what he does. You know what I mean? So he's still trying to train him and all that because you know everything they're trying to do to him. They want him to get mad. They want him to keep using that rage. To the more he uses his powers, the more of his soul gets taken away, and the more he'll die a second time, and this time for good, he'll be owned by Mount Bolgia. So,
Oh, bullshit.
and yeah. So I guess anything to add of that page, or we move on.
Oh, I like the part where he just touches his face and like the suit just kind of like separates.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
thought that
cool.
was really cool. Like that.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
so
no, there's like in the next couple of pages, like, because through this whole series, he knew that he knew that what's his name killed him, and that from the Youngblood team, I forget his name,
Chapel.
Chapel, but he never knew who put out the hit until now. Once that wizard touches his face and the thing goes, it goes through a mind
Yeah, that's
pen
right.
and it shows like a skull and it shows everything, and then it clicks. He finds out that I almost did it myself. It's Jason Wynn who killed him.
I'm ready to rip my page. Hold on. See it?
Yep.
Oh, there goes my tripod. My tripod. Hey, my tripod's falling apart here. But here we go again. We're just gonna have a tripod disaster today. Need a new one. But yeah, so all that's happening. We'll go temporarily back to Jason Wynn's CIA office, and you know, he's trying to tell Terry, you know, to do his job. And he's like, yes, sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like we have we get it back to the next page where it's
Sorry.
Station Geek Out with Roscoe. And it's Jason Wynn talking with Chief Banks about all this stuff, and then of course we're going back to the point where the clown told Jason Wynn to like get all of the keep Terry close and like push hard on, like just keep everybody closer, like Granny, Wanda, all of them.
Everybody, everybody.
And that's where the pension came from. That's where this next page after the Chief Banks talk, Wanda's on the phone with Granny and talking about how good stuff is happening. This is happening. That is happening. And
yeah, it's getting kind of serious. They're using all these good things to use it against them later. You know what I mean? Like they're already targeted now. They're part of the field now, and it's getting kind of scary for Al Simmons' family. Which it starts to get really bad in the issues after. But of course, going over to the next page, you have of course Detective Burks and Twitch. You know what I mean? Banks is still trying to ride on them, and then they get a tip that Chief Banks went over to go after Spawn, and then Detective Burks and Twitch says that's not a good idea. So,
no, because they made a deal with Spawn to stay out of the alleyway.
Yeah, so now it's like, ooh, things are heating up. You know what I mean? And in that alleyway, you have the chief with a few cricket officers with him, and they're like roughing up,
beating the crap out of I guess roughing up. You want to keep it PG.
Nah, just they're roughing them up, beating the crap, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? But they're trying to get information who spawned. They're like, we don't know what a spawn is. What is that? You know what I mean? And then they're not having it. But he lets them go because he's like, we're not gonna what you call that? Stoop to that level. You know what I mean? And so they keep going, and that's when Spawn runs into them, and he's like, what are you doing in my alley, and that kind of stuff. You know, it's a whole rumbling, and they start talking because they eventually find his throne, and he's like, and they're like, what is this, like a throne or something like this? Are you serious? So they're kind of making fun of it, and he goes on, and yeah, things get
it gets into a good little battle between them and stuff like. Yeah.
Well, verbal battle, because they're like, come with us kind of thing. What are you doing and all that? And then like Spawn's like, get off my alley kind of way, you know? And then right after that, here comes Detective Burks and Twitch with the guns, and they're like, Chief, what are you doing here and all that? And that's when Spawn starts saying, oh, you have something to do with the Kincaid death, you know, the Kincaid fiasco. And then that's when Burks is like, what? And then like Spawn starts threatening the chief, you know what I mean? Tell him I might as well kill you. You know what I mean? Kind of thing, you know what I mean? And Detective Burks and Twitch are not having it. Burks puts
they're not letting him go at this point, and like they had him dead to right with the shotgun to the head, but and there's no way out of it. But his cape kind of helped him, the chains and stuff. He just sat there while it did all the work.
Yeah,
and then he slipped away.
Boom, boom, boom. Took the gun away, slipped away, and then boom, he's gone. Spawn's gone, and Burks and Twitch is like, damn, you know. And then it goes up to the next scene where it's Wanda and Terry again. They're at home with the baby, and all that. And then she's asking him about, things that are happening and all that. That much here. And then she's telling
Yeah,
me about
talking about
Granny,
donations going to random donations, like from
random
their name
donation.
going to like the hospitals and stuff. And this is kind of funny. They're in the middle of they're talking about how things are getting. All it is it's about them talking about miracles that are happening. But we all know it's or Jason Wynn. God damn it.
Sorry, Marvin.
So we know it's that, but then all of a sudden, they're talking about that, him and Cyan are playing on the floor, playing around, and he's just like, "Oh, watch it! You don't want to oof!" And he hits him, right
Right in the abs.
right in the natters, like oh, and then that was it.
There's the whole joke, and then she wound up the whole joke. Hey, so I guess you're not having brothers or sisters now. He's like, very funny.
Yeah.
And then the next thing,
we
things
get
dicey.
Spawn.
And where is
made
he?
an appearance. And he's like now after, like, because he fully knows now. He fully knows that Jason Wynn. That's right. Jason Wynn, not Marvin Wynn. Jason freaking Wynn killed him. Station Tony. Yeah, so he knows that he did. So he pays him a freaking visit, because I would.
Things are really, really heating up here after this. I mean, we keep saying that, but woo, it's getting really. He starts going in there, starts telling them, starts getting mad. You know what I mean? Like he wants answers. You know what I mean? And then he asks him, "What do you want?" He's like, "Everything, my wife, my life, normality. You took it all from me." That kind of thing. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, he's just like he's out for blood and stuff. He's telling him like Jason Wynn has no idea who this guy is yet, and he's just like, "You will remember me. You will know who I am."
And yeah, like the clown was trying to tell him he might tell him in the future if he behaves himself and helps him, but it's looking like he's trying to tell Spawn's trying to beat him to it without even knowing that was the whole thing was going on. You know what I mean? and yeah,
this
so
next page. This is the final page of this issue. Until then, we move on to issue 36. We get a no because he hears somebody say "Freeze, Spawn," and he's like, "No." He turns around, and who is standing there with a gun and like a bunch of guards? Terry, not McGinnis.
Not McGinnis. Right there, boom. And of course, Spawn's like, "What is going on?" You know what I mean? He's like, "You know what I mean?" And yeah, so like, he's very confused. He's like, "I thought he was one of the good guys. He's my best friend," kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's really messed up. And of course, the next issue is called Betrayal and Pain. With the number again, that special number I keep talking about, being the same thing. I was the same 6887. I think it was the same number. No, looked like it never moved.
Double check, buddy. Double check.
Check. Yeah, I think it was the same number, but it's all good. I think it was in the beginning of the first.
Oh, yep.
6887. So I don't know why he keeps showing, but he keeps showing the same number. So I guess to show it's not moving right now.
That's what I thought. I was just like, if it's not moving, or maybe this is the way of showing like it's starting not to move. Maybe it's starting to stay at that same. Maybe it's him to actually taking control of the suit and taking control of what happens with him now.
Yeah, maybe he's the special Hellspawn. I guess heaven was looking for, or whoever, for that war between heaven and hell. So more of that in the future. So we go over to the next page, and of course, it's a lot of letters here, and there's
Yeah, but it's just telling like how it's telling us what we've already known from the beginning. Like it's just pretty much a dialogue of what's all happened. Like he's lost his life by Chapel. He lost his and Jason Wynn, a man he used to work for, took him down. He lost his wife. His wife remarried his best friend, and his friend was able to give him a child. And then come to find out that his friend was not really his friend, that he's a traitor, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into it. You traitor.
You traitor. Traitor you. So, yeah, so he's not understanding what's going on completely. He just knows that this man's a traitor. You know what I mean? That's just how he feels right there. He, they don't know the whole story. But, and he tries telling him, why would you do this? And Marvin. And and Terry, not McGinnis, tells him, shut up. Stop making accusations or stuff like that. Stop making accusations. I'm not doing that. But and then I get thrown off by that. And of course, Jason Wynn starts telling him, damn it, Fitzgerald, shoot him now. You know what I mean? He's telling him to shoot him right away. He doesn't care about questioning and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like that's what Terry's all about. Like he's not all about that shoot first, ask questions later. He wants to capture him. He wants to like get him in and ask questions why he knows this, why he knows his family for one. And because
But Jason
you almost did it again.
I said Jason. Jason's not having it. He starts going, I'm in command. So he takes Terry out of the command and puts himself back in the command of these of their men, and then tells them to start shooting. So he starts shooting them. Of course, they're not gonna get him. Spawn's too fast. Say, oh, we're gonna get him, and Spawn's like, you wanna bet? You know what I mean? And then this whole thing is a lot of shooting with Spawn escaping and all that. With
oh man, it's a lot of great action. Not a lot of talking. There's a little bit of dialogue in it, but that's not a whole lot. Just kind of like intruder. There is one part where Jason Wynn's just like, give me your gun to one of the guards. And he's just like, what for? And then he's like, for this. And then he shoots the guard and says, oh, Spawn just killed that guy. Like, you guys need to go in there.
Try
like,
to frame him.
What the frig, man? Like, that's like, why would you need to frame Spawn at this point? Because Spawn broke in, and like at this point you're thinking like, why? Like he's an intruder. You guys should just be after him anyway. Like, why do you need to kill somebody to be like, get him? Like it's your building, isn't it? That just didn't make sense to me.
I just think he's just trying to add more fire to maybe he can use that beyond whatever if they don't. That's what I think. He's an evil guy, so he just thinks add more to the fire, I guess. And then of course, they don't get him. He keeps running away. He keeps running away. That's a good song. But yeah. So he keeps running away until finally they get to the part where they get these military helicopters come out of nowhere. And he's in the top of the tower, and they just blast him. Boom! The tower blows up, thinking that's gonna take him out, but we all know that's not gonna happen. There's a lot more issues in this book, so we know he's not dead. You know what I mean? But yeah. So this Jason guy, he is part of hell. You know what I mean? He is scum more than anything. He's a complete evil dude, man. And they're like,
the clowns on them.
Yeah, and it's like, good work, man. We'll let the CIA and civilians clean up the mess. See you back at the home base. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, what a jerks. They're all cricket, man. Get them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then the building the top of the building explodes. Because like I just continue going
It goes
because like
top bluey.
yeah, and then we get the number again. What is the number?
That's right. The number is 6887. Same number.
So if you have the winning ticket, please get a hold of us. 6887, please.
You win nothing from Cocoa. Maybe the red dirt. So moving on to the next page, we have a lot of dialogue here with Detective Burks again and Twitch, and then they're talking about the explosion and all that, and wondering why this is happening, and that Spawn's a part of it, and why did he go over there in the first place, knowing everything that's happening. So now they're questioning everything again. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they totally believe Spawn is 100% guilty, but they know they feel like he has something to do with it, and they want answers, and they're not getting it. You know what I mean? And of course, boss man Chief Banks comes over the shoulder of Burks again, and he just starts rambling off.
Burke!
Burke, come here! But yeah, he's talking about he's gonna get him for grander and all that, and when he's not gonna fire him yet because it will look bad on him, so he's gonna let time go, and then he's gonna fire him, and then without a pension, all that, he's just threatening him left and right. So now he grew balls again, you know what I mean, for some reason, you know. But of course, there's a reason why Chief Banks is under a lot of pressure, and they're giving him the pressure. He has no choice. Jason Wynn, you know, put a lot of pressure on him. So, and then right when he's gonna bully him more, our guy Twitch, he's not having it. He's like, you know what? We're not scared of you. We're gonna take you down, whether you like it or not. We're not threatened by you. We're gonna get you. So our guy Twitch is the man, bro. Go Twitch, man.
Now I understand. Now I understand why the Rogue Trader liked that miniseries so much. Because like now I want to read it. Sam and Twitch miniseries.
Heck yeah, man! I want it. I want it now. Freaking awesome. And then we go over to the next page, and we got a visit to Granny's house again. Wanda and Cyan, the little daughter, visit Granny, and I don't think they talk anything new here, do they? I don't even remember, but
not really. Just like they just they're talking about how Terry's at work, like because all this happened. Terry's there. They have no idea that it's happening, and then all of a sudden they're just like, "Oh, I haven't watched the TV. Turn on the TV," and that's when the news starts happening on the next page. CNN, E Entertainment Tonight, KSTD.
Like, yeah, they're talking about what happened in the building and all that, and then of course the glass guy, he's always like stirring things, you know.
Well, yeah, that's like, real news. Like that's like, well, no, it's just like, what was it? It keeps changing its name. Not gonna lie.
It's the same dude. He looked like he's losing his job. I guess this is a little nugget that Todd puts it. It's like he keeps losing his job because he keeps talking shit. You know, when he keeps talking that garbage and all that, he keeps losing his job.
Because like it was not that the last time. Like I remember it saying like real news right now. I was like,
because this guy don't care. He says what he feels. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I thought that was funny. I did notice that too. Of course, the next scene is what I think is Jason Wynn in the hospital bed. He's still alive. Now he's got agents from other agencies. You know what I mean? FBI or whatever.
Yeah, like trying to figure out what he's all about because like he's under investigation now.
Yep. So. And now he's getting threatening. He was like, "We'll take all your power away. You better, step up," because you think he's not the highest level. You know what I mean? He's the highest probably in the city, but there's more agencies besides the CIA and all that. You know what I mean? There's other ones.
Yeah,
and they don't work for him. They're all their own agencies. You know what I mean? So they threaten him and Jason, not having it and all that. And then right when they leave, Who shows up again? The clown. That guy. The clown shows up again, and yeah, he starts telling them, see, I can help you out. You know what I mean? You know, I know everything that happened. You need to listen to me. That kind of the gist of what he said. You know what I mean? So the plot thickens in that. Then right after he says his piece, the nurse comes in. He disappears. He looks around like, and the nurse like, you resting? He's like, I'm trying. he's got FBI, other agencies after him, and then this clown. So now he's feeling the pressure.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
nobody
mean?
can see him but him. So
Nope, nobody could see him but him. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Um,
this next one is kind of out.
Station.
Like, so you get back to the house, Rwanda's house. She's doing dishes. She hears a knock on the door. She answers it. It's Spawn.
Oh, you
And
want me to
she's
do a bing boom? Doorbell,
freaking.
my bad.
She's like, ah!
Yeah. She's still scared of him, no matter what. Like she told him in the alley, you'll never see me again. I will never come here, but I'm scared of you. And she's not having it. She's like running from him and all
Which
that.
doesn't make sense because she still gives them a photo of her family. That didn't make sense to me.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But I guess like I guess she's grateful because he did save their lives. You see the family's life sometimes have a little, but she doesn't trust him still, and all that. And she's running. Oh my god! And then like he's like, I'm just trying to talk to you. I'm just trying to talk to you. Chill out, dude.
He's pretty much there just to say like Terry is a traitor. He's lying to you. He's trading like he's not who he says he is. Like you got to be careful. And all she's taking this as is like a threat against her and her kid and stuff. Because, but all in all, it plays in the future of he knocked. He didn't break in. He knocked.
He knocked, and then he trying to tell her that, and she's like, he doesn't know that she knows what he's doing, because he doesn't know what Terry's doing neither. He just sees that he's a traitor, and he doesn't know that Terry and her already, you know, they talk about it. You know what I mean? But he doesn't know that.
I thought we
And
were talking about it.
We're talking about it, yes. But
All right, if they're talking about it, we're talking
yeah,
about
but
it, and they're talking about it. All right, let's go there.
But she goes up to him, you know, and he starts saying, I know you. You know me. You know what I mean? Starts saying like I
Yeah.
trusted him. And he's starting to reveal who he is. And
Yeah,
he
well,
tells her,
he's saying stuff that only Al would know, and he keeps telling her that he is Al in this scene.
and she's like, how do you know that? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then in the middle, when that conversation starts getting really good, of course it always happens, the daughter comes out of nowhere.
Kids ruin everything, man.
Mommy. He's like, oh, you know what I mean? And the kids will get you. And she starts crying. Wanda starts crying, and she's like, why are you crying, Mama? And then it's like, did he make you sad? And she's like, don't hurt my baby. Don't hurt my baby. Because she still doesn't trust him. Of course, he's not going to hurt the baby. But at this point, that happens. He just walks away. And then, you know, he's like, does Mama know you? And then he goes, thought she did, not anymore. So right now, like, he's conflicted. You know what I mean? There's a lot of drama going up in there now. And now it looked like he just made things worse. He keeps making things worse.
And it goes
You know what I
back
mean?
to the alleyway, and he's just sitting in a corner.
So now he's like, oh, she doesn't understand me. Maybe she's in it. So now he's second guessing everything in this alley. And then, of course, you have the laughter. But, well, actually, you're supposed to do it. Whatever that is. So that was the end of issue 36. I thought, again, another good issue. Another 4.5 for me. You know what I mean?
We didn't
Even
rate
though
the
I'm
last
loving
one.
it. You know what I mean? What happened?
We didn't rate the last one.
We didn't. Everything's 4.5 for everyone. You get a 4.5. You get it, whatever. But we reaching that hour mark where we start losing TM a little bit.
Oh, we are at the hour mark.
Well, we did use the first 15 minutes to plug our show, but you know. But issue 37, last issue. You ready? You need to take a break on that? You good?
Let's get through it. It's a quick issue. It's like a throwaway issue. It does not play into it's kind of like uh I want to say bottle episode, but bottle episodes don't move from they stay in the same space. This takes place at a different thing, and it's weird. It has no bearing on the story, and it's just kind of weird how Spawn in this issue just went along with all of this. But we got a new character. His name's
Yep.
the Freak.
The Freak. Yeah, it's kind of you see why his name is the Freak. So he starts going, looking evil and all that, and finding these guys in an alley next to none other than Spawn. You know what I mean? And he takes care of these guys. These guys look like minions from the chapel. They got like freaking um stuff with like a paint in their face, like a skull almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I thought it would. Like it looks like Chapel people. Like maybe they're just Chapel followers, but like Chapel must be long dead by now.
Yeah,
because
he died
because
in
like
the
that happened
Wildcats.
what episode or number 4 of Youngbloods. Chapel kills himself.
Yeah, so it was weird, but see, we move along, and Spawn takes care of them, and then that's when him and the Freak start talking, and he starts going, yeah, he starts giving them an origin story, which is like, yeah, this guy, he we need to get this guy. He took out my family by a drive-by, my kids and my wife. It's kind of like a Punisher type of origin story, and I'm thinking here, McFarlane, you're taking some stuff from the Punisher now. But yeah, so like he talks about this thing, and this doctor called Doctor Delirium. Um, did I say that right? The Delirium, Doctor Delirium. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it is. It's delirium or
An
uh,
insane scientist. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like not gonna lie, like the way this guy was talking at first and that and going on about this and that, like you start to go through this issue of him telling the story about how this happened, and it changes each time. And then he's
Well, at
just
first he says kids, right? And then he ends up saying, well, he killed my parents. And then Spawn, well, I thought you said kids. It's like, no, he killed them too. You know what I mean?
yeah, this is a very quick issue because it's just pretty much him saying different things each time. This is like a screwed up guy, and not gonna lie, like he just keeps going on about how this has happened, that has happened, and yeah, bottle episode.
Yeah, so of course he leads Spawn to a secret mini mansion basement in the sewers. You know what I mean? And Spawn's loving it because it's a lot better than where he's been living. At least that's what the Freak says too. And then he's like, okay, we're going this way. This way, I'm gonna lure you to the secret laboratory. And it's just like, because Spawn's like, why can't we go through the front door? And he tells him, no, it must be highly security there and stuff like that, huh? It's like, yeah, a lot of security there. So they end up in this laboratory with all these machines and all that, and then you get a couple of the minions, the bodyguards or the people there. Hey, you know what I mean? And then quick action happens. They start fighting, boom, boom, boom. They start they take them out. They start running towards because they're trying to find this doctor. You know what I mean? And then finally they get to the office of the doctor, and he tells Spawn, I'll take care of this. You take care of everybody else. And then like this guy's like, we meet again. And then like this doctor doesn't know what the hell's going on. I see it on here. And then he has the candle and everything on him. And then he starts pouring wax in his eye and all that. Kind of freaky. And then after this, the cops come in. Lee-loo, lee-loo, lee-loo. They show the sirens in the bottom and everything. He goes out, talks a lot of crap, saying, you took everything from me or something like that and all that. Being a real psycho. And throws him off the window. The window shatters and he ends up falling right on.
And then him and Spawn like go through the through the like the stairs, and like Spawn's like attacking people with his change, and Buddy just has a machine gun. He's like, he's like killing everybody in sight. You just see them blowing their heads off and that. And then it goes to the next page, and it's a woman talking with an officer. No, I don't want to have anything to do with him. Like, he went psycho whenever I said I didn't want to have kids, and he's been locked up ever since. If he escaped, it's your problem, cops.
Yeah, he's like, he's not my husband anymore.
Yeah.
He's been divorced for 8 years or whatever.
And now we opened up to like, okay, this guy's just gone crazy.
I show a sane picture of her and everything, and she wants nothing of it. You're like, you guys are on your own. But you let him escape the institute. That's on you. So figuratively, like, it shows that he went back to the place he escaped or something like that, and took out the doctor who he thinks took him away to this mental place because he's not with his wife anymore, but his wife didn't want him anymore, and his wife didn't want kids with him because remember he said he took my kids away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in his mind is because they put him there, he couldn't have kids with his wife or something like that. This guy's not there mentally. That's what he's thinking. You know what I mean? And it's just, this issue was really real. And then at the end, you know, they're talking in the sewer, and Spawn's confused. He's like, what was that all about? Why did you do that? And he's like, that guy, why did you kill him? And he's like, no, I'm sorry I killed him. If you want to take me to jail, you can. And Spawn's like, nah, if that's what he deserved that. I don't care. And after that, he's like, all right, I'm out. And then he's like, all right. As he starts leaving, he's like, nah, I'm going to focus on you. Boom, and he shoots him. So this guy, like, he's a psych. The guy helped him and all that. But I guess he felt like, oh, he's witness or whatever, and he takes him out. That's how loony this guy is. So the freak, really loony guy, interesting villain, extra villain for Spawn. I want to see where that goes in the future with him. Another solid issue. I like this one a little bit less. It's 4.0. It's still a good issue.
Yeah, I'd give it the same. I was going to say that as well. Guys, that is it for the Spawn Compendium part of this show. Next week, guys, though, it'll fall on a Monday, not a Sunday, because we will be getting into Loki. And we're not going to stop talking about Loki as soon as we start. So you guys are not going to want to miss that Sunday. And then Monday, we'll be covering 38, 39, 40, and 41 of the Spawn Compendium. And let me tell you, I did jump ahead, and I've already read all of those issues, and we're in for a ride. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, he read ahead. I don't like reading ahead because I want to talk because I never read past these issues. So I want to be surprised every time I read it. And I don't want to because see how he's thinking? Oh, you will. I don't want that part. I want that, that excitement.
I can't wait until you get into
That's why I didn't want you to read it because I can't stand it. Oh, you will. You know what I mean? You evil man, you. You're a nut. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys, I enjoyed it. We have 13, believe it or not, issues left after this 50. So that's probably equivalent to 3 more episodes. So there's gonna be a Monday special, like we said earlier. Every Monday, 5:30 p.m. gonna go over these issues. It's just all gonna be all about the compendium. That way, it gets its own time because we are enjoying this. We don't want it to get, backseat to everything that happens Sunday night. So I hope everybody's excited that we did that. We got more time to talk with everybody. Any guests who come in to talk to with us and stuff like that. So yeah. So we're gonna take a quick little break. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Oh, you're surprised, huh? You're surprised. A quick little break so our guy here can go to the bathroom and I can refill my drinks and maybe go myself. Please don't leave. We'll be right back. We're gonna be talking with people in the community too and all that. We're gonna be talking news and all that later. We have a lot of good news coming up. We might not cover everything. We'll try. I'm excited for a lot of this new news. So see you soon.
This is the point of the show. You guys have the StreamYard link. You know who you are. Jump in now if you want. We're just going to take a quick little break so I can go take a pee-pee.
Welcome back, everyone. Hold on. We'll bring him back in a second. He's probably getting something to eat. How's everybody in the chats? We're going to talk some news up in here. We're hoping people join us. You know what I mean? Yeah, intermission. Yeah, we finally got an intermission. That's something my man TM already been asking for so long. Taking a piss is the official way. If I can say break, I figure make the man happy. He's my co-host over here. So I think he's ready. I'll bring him back. Are you ready?
Do your show and tell first.
PCP style station. Oh, you sexy people. Wait, that's you. Learning bad habits from Robbie. Yeah, that man. Herm's heating up some really in the microwave.
Oh, that was me. That was me. I was
you put it in the
coffee.
Microwave. What? Short break. Oh, a short break. We do have ourselves a guest here. I'm kind of excited. I haven't had him on our show. He's a fellow. We like the same teams and all that. Let's bring him in. Add him to the screen. Nick's Kicks and Comics Station, my man. How you doing, bro?
Station.
How are you guys? How are you guys today? I'm super excited to join us. It's always a good time with Travis, but Big Herm, first time. I want to jump on, kind of commiserate a little bit, and just say what's up. Just say what's up to you guys. It's a good group of guys. So
Yeah, thanks for hopping on, man. I've been wanting to do some kind of a sports show with you in the future and all that. Talk about what's going on. And I have a couple of other people in the community that maybe Justin, No Good Comics, maybe he likes sports too, or maybe a couple of people up in there. So that's the idea I have, maybe for one day, maybe monthly. I don't know, just to shoot whatever about sports. I love sports, so it's a big part of everything. I know we had our Knicks, didn't really
hey, listen, it's a lot better than last year. As long as the Lakers are out, we're good. We're good.
A lot of injuries.
No.
Yeah, this year wasn't really about how far they're going to playoffs. We know they're not a championship team yet, but I'm happy that the Knicks are building. I hope they do it the right way. They keep doing it. Let some people develop. We're gonna get some trades here and there. That's always gonna happen. It's New York team. With Brooklyn having that kind of team, but they looking like they're gonna easy ride over there. You know what I mean? They're good. Even without Harden, they're freaking good. You know what I mean?
They got a good team. I'm going to say this one thing, and we can start talking comics. If that's that portion of the show, I just hope they don't offer Randall the Supermax, because I don't want that guy around. But
yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you. He don't need. He's a vet past his prime. He's still a really good point guard. But yeah. So
We're gonna get show and tell.
Show and tell. But I hope you have some things. I know we want to talk. We'll talk in a minute. We got a little show and tell, and of course, TM wanted me to go first. Of course, when I'm not ready, he wants me to go first. When I'm ready,
I'll go. I just have a few things to show. If you want me to go first, I'll.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right. But right before, of course, everybody knows what I do when I do show and tell. Of course.
Nice. Is that what he does?
He just kind of disappeared.
He just
right.
Show and tell.
I just got some stickers from Nick, the comic nerd, and that I just wanted to show those off. They're pretty nice.
Sorry, guys. Let's try this again. TM, here you go.
So we got Nick the comic nerd. He sent me these stickers, which are really cool. If you want some of them, just hit him up on Instagram. He'll send you some.
Yeah, I tease Nick about that because I tell him he's a big Mets fan. And Herm knows, like, between Mets and Yankees people is not exactly a peaceful coexistence.
Next up, I got She Spawn from Earth 2, and it's just a sick-looking figure.
Nice.
She does come with a gun, but it's just kind of hard to connect it to her. I don't know if anybody's reading this, but you guys should jump on it. It is amazing, to say the least. Oh no. Yeah, this. Rosary Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. It's a funny story. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's all about this girl jumping through time, and then there's time cops, and it's just a fun freaking ride. Like I said, it's not for kids. It's mature reading, but if you guys are not reading this, it does not get enough love, I think. Another book that I just finished reading, and I know a few of you like Sister Joe and Nick Comic Culture have picked it up, but this is another great book. In the future, expect a small review on this trade paperback. of The Wicked plus the Divine by Gillian. And I just got this in, and I plan to read it here soon. I haven't read it yet, but East of West, I heard it was good. It's done by Hickman, who does X-Men. So I'm so happy to jump into this and see what it's like. I heard nothing but great things about it. So, and that is it for my portion of Show and Tell. Back to you, Herm.
You want to go next, Nick? Or you?
I just got one little package from the 616. It's like a dry spell for me lately, and I'm just getting back from the in-laws also, where I had a couple little pickups, but they're in the car. So I'll show this off real quick. Also, I was kind of hoping that Comic Man Andy would stop by so I can hear the
You asked, and he may shall come. Play that video there, Herm.
Oh, Raz Jr.
Can we play part of that video? Fine, I'll play it. I thought people don't want to hear that no more. I'll play it.
Station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminio! Is in the house. Good to see you, man.
I love that guy.
He's awesome. That was his best one yet, man.
Yeah, that was good. His dad jokes are always good, and the way he cracks himself up is always something fun to watch. So,
and always them packages he got. You know what I mean? Them package jokes.
Yeah. So I got this book from the 616 Comics. I was part of their Patreon for a little while. I just recently stopped. I'm trying to cut down on my my expenditure, so to speak. But so this cool silk number 3 cover.
That's beautiful.
That's cool.
This is an ongoing series, and I forget who the artist was, but pretty dope cover. I think there's Silk 3, and he might be doing 4 also. And those second printings, Joker number 2.
You specking, bro.
No, this is a good series. I mean, it happened. If I was specking, I would have got the first print. But that this is actually one of the good DC series that I'm reading. I haven't been a DC reader for a long time, and Mark from Legion of Comics is always touting how they're really good stories, and this is one of them. Between this, the Robin, and what was the other one I was reading? Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. I was gonna say, like, you need to be. Another good one is the next Batman. Is like, it doesn't even feel like a Batman book. It feels like a solo story, and it's very, very interesting. I just knocked out issue 2 today.
Yeah, and I'm caught up 1, 2, 3 of this. I have to read number 4, but a whole stack of DC. So I was originally buying them. I've been collecting again probably about 7 months. So DC for me has always had killer covers, so I'd have to buy them. But the stories now are just fantastic. So I'm enjoying reading them for the time being. So that's all I got now, Big Herm. I'll run out to the car real quick. I'll shut myself off like Travis did, and I'll come back and maybe show some stuff I got this weekend.
All right. So I'll go next. Because I do want to get to the question, to the talking part, but I'll go next because we got a lot to talk about. But put myself up in here. What's up, everybody? Station. We had a couple of Big Lion Cat is in the house. Big Lion Cat, what's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by.
Station.
Missing Link, what's up, bro? What's
Station
up?
Steffrey.
Flash Friday Night, Station, my man. Thanks for joining us. Anybody?
Travis Squared.
Station, Sheena. I said Station earlier, but Station again. Thanks for joining us, brother Joe. You know I love you.
Station Sheena. John
Thomas and all that. Billy, always appreciate you, my man. Phable, of course. You specking, bro. And tomorrow, I thought he joined the chat. Was it you that joined the chat and then left, or something like that? Somebody joined the chat. Then I was ready to add him after the show and tell, and then they disappeared. So I was trying to get my show and tell. I have comics. Like everybody love comics, so I'll show a few of them. This was actually a haul I got during the holidays on a 50-cent bin. Everybody remember those 50-cent videos? I went back during the Christmas time around there. They had another sale, and I kept trying to make that video. Always blew it off. So I said, why not show it here? Everybody loves 50-cent stuff. So I'm pretty sure I didn't show these yet, but this one's DC Image Stan Lee's Crisis right here. I guess they were written by Stan Lee, or this is the work he's done for DC. So I don't know if you know this, TM, but there you go. Stan Lee on DC. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people probably know about that and all that. This is I don't know if this is the first issue or there was a series of issues, but this is the Crisis version of it. I think there's like different issues, and he like redid the world in his eyes. He kind of marvelized it a little bit. I don't think it was very popular, but I would love to go find the other ones. But finding this for like 50 cents, it was a steal. You know what I mean? And I got a discount on it, another 10-15% off of that because it was a sale that day. This one I think I got it from the same place. Starfire #1. I enjoyed.
Oh,
It's an awesome cover. When I saw it, I was like, I had to get it. Gorgeous
I want
cover.
that.
Yeah, who's the cover artist
Great
there?
The cover, I don't even know. It's just Lou Pacino. Is that the cover artist?
Yeah, it could be.
No, Connor Moments. It says Connor Moments in the bottom. Does that mean anything? Anybody know that? Let me know in the chats. I wouldn't know. But yeah, you know me. Names always boxed. This is Justice League of America #3. #3. You know, I like the cover. You know, a nice little cover. Never read this run.
Station Sheena, you're the best.
And yeah, more Justice League stuff. This is Justice Society of America. Yeah, okay. I'm making sure I get it right. This is another awesome cover. I should start learning my freaking cover artists, right? Jeff Johns, Fernando Pasarin, Rodney Ramos. So one of those guys drew it. And yeah, I promise to get better with the cover art. Yeah, that. Then this is Justice League 37. This is an updated cover. It's a variant cover, Justice League 37. Jimenez. I don't know if this is his cover, but you know, I thought that's a nice cover right there with Wonder Woman in the front and all that. Part of the nice little run here by Snyder, Justice League. Katana #8. I just like the cover. Like I said, whatever I found in those bins, you see nice covers.
Well, yeah, they're cheap. You said 50 cents, so like you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, and then I got another 15% off whatever total it was. So can't beat that. The one called Manhunters 23. Never heard of this one, but I just like the cover. She looked like she's got a lightsaber and all that in her hand. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I apologize for not knowing who drew all this. I'm not keen on that. I should. This is Aquaman Convergence from the Convergence series. The famous Convergence that a lot of people might not like. This is two of two of Aquaman. This is Aquaman #41. Another variant covers. Yeah, I hope Phable's proud because he's the variant king. So I got a few nice variants, and this is Mira. I thought that was a nice cover of her, so I grabbed it. 50 cents plus discount. Can't go wrong, right, guys?
Hey, Herm, I have to say, I noticed a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Some similarities in the covers you're buying.
Yeah. Busted.
Well, you say that, but this one, there's no similarity in this one. Doing #1.
Just in time to switch it up.
So it switches to sexy women to a sexy man with a six-pack?
I guess if you call that a sexy man, you know what I mean? There's a lot going on here. I've never read this one, but it's a #1. So, you know, you got to steal those #1s when you can get them. You know what I mean? Steal is not a good word. But This is the Joker #1, the '97 series. Anybody read this? I thought this was a nice cover.
Yep.
So you're proving Nick's point right there.
You know what I mean? So I got some more over here. A little stack. I'm not trying to show them all because I have a whole box. So I'm just every show I show a little bit more because I have a few other boxes of
Show it
50
all.
cent, man.
Show it all. Come on, chat. Show it all.
Impulse #1. Anybody who likes Impulse, I never read this series neither. I gotta go back and read all this. That's a lot of reading, but so I get that #1 issue, grabbed it. This is League of DC Universe. See, not all women. Come on, you know. There's Superman up in there, so you know.
Between sexy women and sexy men.
Ain't that what all the comics is about? You know what I mean? And this is Generations, an Imaginary Tale, 1979 to 1989, by John Byrne. I guess the little trade.
That's my dude right there.
Awesome stuff from him. You know, this is a whole DC box. I figured TM would love it. You know what I mean? He goes so much. Justice League Haven. I don't know. I've never heard this series right here, but I like the cover. See that? I guess that's a sexy man too. TM looks like you right there. You know, from Krakoa, just on steroids.
Frig you. No,
So,
like
yeah,
it has Superman in the cover, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
There you go.
Hey, so you were getting those thick boys for 50 cents also?
Yeah. I was getting these too. Yeah, all of them. Yeah. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It's a shop down the end of Long Island. You heard of it? It's I say it. Fourth World Comics out there. Sometimes they throw a good sale out there. I don't know.
You're showing us what you're sending me in my AOK.
Sure. Shadow Part right here, #1. I don't know if you heard of that, but it was a #1. I grabbed it
with the sexy monkey on the cover.
There you go. See. Nick's on to me. Nick's on to me. Suicide Squad #11. I don't know what's going on there, but I like the cover again. People fighting and all that. Why not? Suicide Squad. Why not? You know what I'm saying? This one, The Trials of Shazam, #4 of 12. I don't know. I guess if you think you like
a lightning bolt hit you there.
Yeah. Well, I'm good. If it's available and it's there, there's a great cover. I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? TM is loving it too much. You know what I mean?
I am loving those covers though. I'm not gonna lie.
The Wonder Woman #129. You probably love this one too. Then there's a lot of like.
No, I don't, because Yara Flor is the definitive Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, Magic Lasso. If you're watching this.
Yeah,
I don't think
so.
You know, Magic Lasso. You and I argue all the freaking time. Diana Prince is out. Yara Flor is
Wonder Girl. She's in training. She's not there yet. So step back.
Yeah. Well, what happened to Wonder Woman? Isn't she dead?
Nope. She's always alive. DC Universe Online Legends #3. Right here. You know what I mean? An awesome cover. Anybody who played that game probably enjoyed that game. So online and a couple of more. So I don't want to go forever. Got a lot more for the future. But Superman Adventures #1. This one I didn't pay 50 cents. This one I paid a couple of bucks for it, but you know, now it's going for more out here. So I'm glad I just pay a few dollars for this one. So I guess people are specking on this one. I just wanted one. You know, Superman. Phable loves Superman, so he probably has one of these too. And last but not least, Superman versus Lobo #1. Had to end with that, with the whole Crush and Lobo series coming out, miniseries this coming week, last Wednesday. So that's what I got. I don't want to be here forever on my haul. Then join me in the next time, and I'll show you a bit more what I got in there. And yeah, man. So Nick, you say you want to show more? You got more?
Yeah, I picked up a few more.
All right.
Everybody was talking about this series.
Yeah.
So I picked it up. It was actually a great read. I really enjoyed it. I really dug the artwork too. Let's see what else. And I hate to say it, I do have a little bit of spec here, so Phable, you can cut the comment out. Pick this one up.
Nice. You specking, bro? You specking?
Nah, you know what? It's Daredevil's one of my favorites, so I mean, I'm no Rod the Rican when it comes to it, but I do got the.
I'm sorry, but the definitive Daredevil person I'd have to say is Bullseye Bob.
I think you're just out to cause problems, Fred. This one too.
I could kick him out if you want.
Nah, he's good. He's good. I got to talk to Travis about sending me that. What did I ask you for, Travis? We live number 5. That's what it was.
We live now, okay.
A little bit of spec here.
Ooh, nice.
But when I go to my in-laws, there's a little spot that doesn't really keep up with their comics, so I picked this one up for $4.
Sweet.
A little bit more spec coming on. We got that Bitterroot special movie with Ryan Coogler and Regina King producing and directing.
Nice.
And I know Travis is going to appreciate this one.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, I just read it yesterday.
I paid $3 for it, but I also paid $2 for it back in the day, and that one still hurts to pay more for stuff that I already had back in the day. Now this, I picked up because I never saw it non-prismatic. So this is just like a regular white cover, whereas the normal one is that foil prismatic goodness. So I thought this was
That's
cool.
just white. It's not shiny at all.
It's just white. It's just a regular cover.
Oh.
And I never saw one like that. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, because I just got that, and it's a shiny one.
Yep. And the spec part of the series goes Wire 28.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Yep.
$3.
$3.
I think it's like a $40 book now. So that's the other stuff that I picked up. So when I go over to the in-laws, I always make sure I go to that spot. And my wife is always like, when I'm an hour into the stacks, my wife's like, where are you? Where are you? I was like, I'm hunting, baby. I'm hunting.
Sweet, man. Those are great books. Thanks for showing them. Always appreciate this eye candy all the time from the community. Yeah, man. Love it. Love it. I guess anybody who wants to pop in, we're gonna start with the news. Got a lot of good news this week. Of course, I'm gonna start with my man Donny Cates. The big news on him, like a lot of people were specking on. Bueller was one of the first ones of where he was going, and of course, in November he's gonna go and do a series with Ryan Otley and Frank Martin to do the Hulk #1. Ha! Boom! Here we go. Can't wait. What do you guys think about that?
I think I'll be picking that up.
For sure. I think the first issue is probably going to be something bananas. But I'm hoping that he breaks his recent trend of having it fizzle out towards the end of the arc. Like, I like Donny Cates, but his endings for me, like especially like the King in Black, was just like a big fizzle. So I think that first couple of issues of that Immortal Hulk run, especially Ryan Otley drawing the Hulk, I think is going to be fantastic. I just hope the great premise that's sure to start that series will continue throughout the end. Yeah.
What do you think, Trey? What do you think? What do you think about the? You say you're gonna pick it up right away.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Like, you guys know me, I don't really pick up much Marvel besides like Alien, and it's pretty much it. So I'm gonna be jumping onto this. Like, I've been picking up back issues. Like, I have the first volume of Zdarsky's Daredevil run coming, so I'll get to dive into that for the first time. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up issue #1 when it comes out.
Yeah, Fargate here said Otley's artist on Invincible, great choice. I like Ryan Otley. I didn't not like him on Spider-Man. He wasn't my favorite on Spider-Man. I didn't like he his Mary Jane and all that, but it was still a good Spider-Man. I think he still did a good job. I've seen some of the stuff he's in Invincible, and it's really good.
Mhm.
I was wondering how his style will fit in a Hulk book. You know what I mean? I'm just wondering if that's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, cause his art is great, but it's a little cartoony, and we've been getting wonderful art from the last run. So I wonder how that's gonna fit in this new run. But it fits Donny Cates style anyway. So I guess that I answered my own question. But man, when I saw that, I was excited because everybody was wondering after what's his name, Al Ewing leaves, who's gonna be on the Hulk and all that, and who they're gonna put and all that. You know they're gonna put someone cool. And you know Donny Cates is a big fan of all these characters. So I understand what you said about his Venom run and it fizzled out towards the end. I don't know if is that more him or did he get to do everything he wanted to do? Because he did mostly what he wanted to do in the Venom. But when a lot of these series, when you see them ending, a lot of them don't have the ending that a lot of people love. People have problem with endings. You know what I mean? And I think that's what happened there. I still enjoyed it, but I understand. And I'm excited for the series. I just know he's gonna knock it out of the park. He's Donny Cates, my favorite. And yeah. Anything else from you guys before we move on to the next one?
Hey, so is part of the next one the flip side to that, where the Immortal Hulk is going now to Venom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Carry on, man. Carry on.
Because I went with Donny Cates. Hulk is the bigger character, and Donny Cates for Marvel is the bigger name. But this next name, it's a hot name too. And Venom, Donny Cates and Rank 7 made that famous again. It brought it to the map again to allow this next news to come. Because now we got our guy, Al Ewing, and the hottest writer of the year, I think, Ram V. Give me some more Venom. Loving it. What you guys think about that?
Well, if Ram V continues the work he's been doing, like in Swamp Thing, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I want to find out what's going to happen in this next issue, 35, and then what direction they're going to go in with the character as a whole. I think those guys are going to kill it once they do take over. So I'm excited to see about that. But you know what, too? I think maybe the community as a whole, except for those big Venom heads, may be a little Venomed out. But I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it.
I feel you. I'm always gonna be in love with Venom since I was a kid, and I don't think I'm gonna ever get tired of it. But I do understand when people say that. I do totally understand that. But I'm just glad that they're not ending it where Donny Cates and then that's it. He goes away and he's not popular anymore. Or he's always gonna be popular, but you know what I mean. There's gonna be a series that goes away. That series is a hot seller for them since Kate started, and now this news, it gets me so excited. Ram V, I'm enjoying the stuff. I never read Swamp Thing consistently. I think the only Swamp Thing comic I physically bought was the Halloween one, and that's because I love Halloween. My birthday's in that month, so for Ram V to get me to keep buying Swamp Thing every time it comes out, it has to be good. Come on. So him on Venom and all that, I'm very excited to see what they do with Venom, and this is like totally great news this week. I was just like, I can't wait Sunday night to talk to my boys about this because man, I'm loving it. What you think? I know it's Marvel, but what you think, Mr. TM? You know what I mean?
I do like Rom V, but I think this might be a series I might not be picking up from Rom V.
Oh.
You looked like you were just going to be like, what are you talking about? I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah, I don't care. It's your loss. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying I won't. Like, eventually I will. Like I said, I don't pick up Marvel, but I do pick up, like, I can easily go to the library and find stuff. That's how I read Hawkspox. Like, guys, check your local library and that best resource to pick up, like, anything you want to, like, read and that. They might have issues. Talk to them about ordering in some. Yeah, that's how I read a lot of back issues. But with Marvel, I just tend to just get trades, wait for trades, I don't know. And Venom's not like Venom. I do like in the movies and then the cartoon, but it's not something I'd like to read. It's kind of like Deadpool. I'll watch Deadpool on the Deadpool movies, but I don't pick up Deadpool to read at all. It's not something I'm a fan of.
Mr. Debbie Downer over here. I don't like any Bible. I just go to the library. Whatever. Whatever. Library. Who goes to the library? Come on.
That's how I got through Saga the first time.
Yeah, they do have Saga there at my library as well.
I haven't been in a library in a while. Last time I checked was a couple of years ago, and they didn't have a whole lot of graphic novels and stuff. But here in New York, who knows? Like, I have to like.
That was
really
that was
go,
a couple of
library.
years ago. Things changed.
Yeah, and honestly, if I didn't have a little 5-year-old checking for Mo Willem books, I wouldn't know that stuff is there either. So.
Yeah, things don't change that much in the library, my man. So, not here in New York. You know what I mean? Like
See,
the
with
thing about
ours,
here, hold on.
with-
The thing about here in New York, people like grab that stuff quick and they don't return it. And if they return it, you don't see it a lot. That's what happened with here in New York. Like when I was a kid, in the libraries, I could barely find anything comic book related. I looked for it, but I couldn't find it in Brooklyn and all that. Like people will grab that stuff real quick, and I'm not saying steal it, but they'll keep it forever and never return it. So I could never get lucky and get a good graphic novel. Maybe that has changed. Maybe there's hundreds more there in the library.
Yeah.
And I'm just not looking, but I never got luck with that.
The way it works here in Canada is all of the libraries across Canada are connected. And they have a website you can go on and type in a book that you're looking for, and it'll bring you to that book. And you say, place order. And if it's like in Vancouver, which is like on the other side of Canada for me, they'll ship it to my library for free. So that's the upside about that.
I didn't know Krakoa had a library.
Yeah, it's actually
neither.
right over there.
Yeah.
It's like
blowing
right
my
close to
mind
me.
here. They don't read over there. They just like to have fun and do all that other stuff, that we can't say here because this is a PG show, but
Oh yeah, everybody's seen the video, man. Everybody's seen that video that happened last night at the gala.
Got some pretty good graphic novels. But here's the thing about, okay, I have a whole backlog here.
What's a
So
backlog?
if I'm gonna read, I don't know what's a backlog, bro. I'm still trying to find out. So there's no way I'll be able to go to the library, grab a book. I'll never read it because I have all these other books to read right now. So if I'm gonna get something to read, I'm gonna have to either buy it or use one of these apps or something, because it's never gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get a library. It's gonna force me to read it. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, I can tell you next on my list is this, but my library does have the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th issues, or like volumes of this, and I already have issue 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 coming, so I'm going to be pretty busy with just this for a while. So no Marvel for me for a bit.
All right, Mr. I don't like Marvel. Screw you. Most of the news came from Marvel this week. I'm sorry.
Well,
So, anything else before I go on to the next one? I mean, I could keep talking about these dudes, but it's news, So, we could keep rambling later. I just want to get through them. So, Venom, plus for me. I guess Nick is a plus for you.
Yep.
TM is a lost case, but whatever.
Yeah, I said I might be picking up Hulk. Hulk is like a story that I wouldn't mind getting.
But if there's
into.
a Jenny Frison variant, he might get it.
Actually, I won't. A
what?
Marvel cover with Jenny Frison.
And all of a sudden,
That doesn't pay her any like anything there. Like, give that girl a little bit more respect. Don't give her a Marvel cover.
I'm sensing some deep-seated hatred for Marvel from Travis.
I see that. I see that. If you
I don't like the
if
covers.
you
I don't
love
like
her
the
a lot,
covers.
Well, yeah,
You
no,
love
I
her.
agree.
if you love her a lot, you would want her to do Marvel ones.
Because
She
I
will
am
make money.
picking up Beta Ray Bill, and I got the Stegman cover, and I looked at it. I was like, "Come on, guys! Like, give him a little bit more respect. Like, at least make it like a little bit better." Like,
I want to cry.
No, I have to agree. DC by far kills the cover games. They got awesome covers. So I've been buying those Jenny Frison Catwomans left and right. I haven't read a word of those.
those have been good. Rom V.
Yeah. Moving on. More Marvel. Sorry, TM. You could go home if you want. Oh, you are home. Never mind. But
This is not my home, guys. I
Alright,
just come here. Oh,
it was
sorry.
a joke.
Sorry, I'll be done in like
It was a
15
joke.
minutes. I'm sorry. I'll leave here in a little bit.
You done yet? You done?
I have to keep you two apart. Get up. Come on, fellas.
You witnessing firsthand what I have to go through with this man. Oh, this man right there.
Pretty sure you were messaging me last night. I miss you, man. I miss you.
Nah.
All right, next point of news.
I don't know. He gets weird. He gets really weird. He be showing. I don't even want to go there. Like you said, next news. So
Are we talking about Jessica, Drew?
No, right here we're talking about Inferno. Hickman 4-part series. The biggest mystery of Jonathan Hickman X-Men era burns away this fall, September 2021. So supposedly this is supposed to be the shake-up or something, or start of the end of his run. I don't know what to think of this. Of course, it's X-Men, so I'm going to pick it up. Phable, Stefan, they probably feel me on this. we pick up everything. Nick, do you pick up X-Men titles or you pass on them?
I do. For me, my whole career, John Byrne's X-Men is what got me really started in comics. And up until a point, I had from issue 1 through 440, pretty much all of volume 1. But with Hickman's stuff, it tends to be a little too scientific for me. It goes over my bald head. But I'm wondering, because they've had an Inferno series back in the 90s. So I'm wondering if it's tied into that also. I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
It was all like Mystique, like she's getting revenge and all that because her love interest and all that. They want to bring her back or whatever it is, and she's not gonna play. You know, it's always one person to ruin everything. You know,
there's always a woman too. Always a woman.
I didn't want to go there, but yeah, I guess.
I said it.
You said it. Yeah, send the hate mail to that guy right there. But no, it should be something very interesting. There's also a thing called Trial Magneto coming out too. I wonder that has something to do with it too. So I'm guessing it's all starting to finally heat up and towards the end of his run. I'm excited for it, but I'm wondering too. Just like, is it the end or is it gonna be more after that? Because that's what one thing about Marvel that's starting to really even get under my skin. I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They try to stretch it too much, and that they do that. But that's a major corporation thing. You see DC doing it now. They're stretching the Future State stuff, and now they're starting to come out with more comics now. Some of the Future State stuff, you have stuff related to that now too, and then now you see from 16 to 20 issues of DC Comics a week now to choose from. So they're starting to expand again. So you're trying to wonder if they're kind of doing the same thing with their little crisis thing there. You know, that's because everybody wants to rank on Marvel, and DC's very hot right now, and act like DC's perfect when they're not. Just a year ago, things weren't good with DC. You know what I mean? So these two big companies cost a lot of our collectors a lot of money. It's up to us to buy it, of course. But you know, FOMO, we can't help it. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, how about you? You feel the same way, Nick, or anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, we were worried if DC was still going to be around this time last year.
Oh yeah, it was like
Everything,
over.
hearing them cutting out all print together, and now, you know, with stuff like Nightwing and Swamp Thing, and I mean, people who weren't reading DC before are now reading it and enjoying it. So yeah, I guess they'll try to keep up their momentum, try to get their money, and hopefully try to do the right thing and not just squeeze us by dragging stuff out. I asked this question the other day. I was wondering how long before they reveal who the Red X is going to be.
Never.
I don't want them to keep drawing that out either. So
they will. It'll be like, oh, next week we'll reveal him.
Mm.
Yeah, no. Oh, we got a little bit of his face. That was sort of a reveal. That's what we get for, and then the year after we'll get the reveal.
Yeah, so we got a lot of people here, you know. Let me go back. I'm here showing a Flash. I think Inferno and Krakoa and a lot of things that came with it. Eric, Inferno is going to be dope. Ready for Hickman to make an X, take the next leap. I think you're right, Flash. Mystique is running things because the men lied to her. That's a good point. The men did lie to her. Damn men. Hickman done after Inferno. I think Inferno will be midway point to Hickman's reign over X-Men. It's not all Fargate. The big two always be up and down because of their nature and age. True. Hickman is long term. It really is. And I love watching Robbie talk a lot about, because he loves Hickman. And anything you're confused about, just talk to him. DC and Marvel both getting their ass kicked by the Indies. Hype game, at least. I don't know. I guess through us talking about it, but Indies is not even close to where Marvel and DC is with sales.
You
I
add
don't know
them all
about
together,
sales.
they are.
I don't know about sales, but really, you're gonna do that? So you're gonna put Image, Boom all together? You know what I mean? It's just.
Well, that's
Like,
the indies right there. You got to put them all together because they are indies.
yeah, but like when you go to the shops out here, Marvel still rules. Because I asked them a lot, and I keep telling them, how about all these events? And they tell me like a majority of the sales is still Marvel. Even the indies is doing good. Like my shop, he's ordering a lot more indies, and I keep giving them the titles and all that. Publishers like Second Sight Publishing and all that, and it's expanding, but it's still not at that level with those two guys yet. But I'm glad it's growing. It's a good thing. You know?
I think from a comic collector, a comic reader, a true comic reader, they'll, like, for me, I always gravitate towards the indies first to read, because I never know what's going to come out. You know what I mean? It's like Amazing Spider-Man is always going to be there, but some guy at an indie title who's not tied to anything can go anywhere he wants with his title. You know what I mean? And I'm more looking for the new idea than the legacy stuff, because Amazing Spider-Man, my favorite by far. I can't tell you the last time. Well, aside from Spider Shadow, I'm enjoying a little bit. I can't tell you the last time I really enjoyed reading Amazing Spider-Man. But there's a series, you know, well, maybe Tinian on Nice House on the Lake, but that book this week blew my mind, and I cannot wait for the second issue of that one.
I should get it this week.
You think that has a lot to do with you growing up with superhero and all that, and now like you're older, you venture on to other things? It's just other interests for you. You grew out of the superhero thing, or?
No, because I mean, I'll always love Spider-Man. I'll always love, and I just hope that they do it justice with a writer who really gets what he's about, and not do all this little nonsense that I guess corporate wants him to do. Like Zdarsky on this Spider Shadow was really kind of taking things where I always wanted to see what it'd be like with Peter in the black costume and it kind of consuming him, and I'm getting that now. But like the amazing titles has been a little weak for me. So
I feel you. I feel. Yeah, like Zdarsky, that's out of continuity stuff, and they do good with that.
Mm.
You know, if you look at it, a lot of the out in continuity stuff from Marvel are the ones that end up being the stories people talk about, and then like these main stories, you know, like Amazing Spider-Man, cause money, you know, the editor of that comic won't allow. I like everybody. Oh, you defend Nick Spencer. He's not a bad writer. If you look at his indie stuff, it's pretty damn good
Mm.
and all that. He's a good writer. Maybe he's just between what he wants to do and everything that they tell him to do.
Yeah,
Probably he's not able to get his stuff across. And he is a writer that takes time too. But you know,
for sure that these guys feel like this. The writers and somewhat to the artists are like handcuffed to what they can do. So, and I guess that's kind of why I gravitate towards Image or the indies, because I want to see what somebody with no handcuffs can do. So,
Yeah, because like Nick Spencer on Morning Glories was just fan freaking tastic.
Mm.
So like I don't know, I can't say how his Spider-Man run is because I've never read it. I'm just going by what people say. It wasn't that great, but I did read Morning Glories, and that was a great read by Nick Spencer.
well taken. Well taken.
So like, I agree with you on that portion. Like the cuffs are off, like when they're doing indies and that, and working on other books, not under the limelight of DC or Marvel, like their editors breathing down their backs.
Oh yeah, I agree. But you know, we gotta stir it up here a little bit. You know, have a conversation. We can't agree with everything. Or now we're like, these guys agree with everything, man.
wouldn't be a good
I don't
show
want
if
to
we
watch
did agree.
it. You're a little devil's advocate here, but I love indies. So everybody like, oh, you're a Marvel guy. Like TM always called me the Marvel guy, and I'm like, nah, man. Have you watched my videos? Have you watched my videos? There's some weeks that
Man,
have more indies than
you have to
anything.
pick up a
You
new
know,
Boom book every week, man.
you know what I mean. So
You're a Boom book kind of guy. Like if
I'm a
there's a Boom
Boom
number
guy.
one that comes out, you have to pick it up.
So most of them, I don't get them all, but yeah, Boom, hell yeah,
I'm gonna get them
Boom,
all. Got to catch
my
them all. Did
favorite.
you get Community Day today? It's Pokemon Community Day. Your wife was
What?
playing.
Nah, I didn't get to. You know, I was, sleeping because I worked all night, and had to get up, get ready for the show, so we didn't get to play. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to play, but I'd rather be here talking with you guys anyway than be on my phone playing the game. So,
Well, that happened like a couple
station.
hours ago. I got a shiny. I forget what the Pokemon's called, but your wife got mad because I got one. She was playing for 3 hours and didn't get one.
Life Story is a great Spider-Man story, 6 issue and done. An annual to Life Story was just announced. I enjoyed that. That was a great series by Chip.
Right, and that Fantastic Four one just came out too, didn't it?
Yeah. I read it like I didn't hate it, but the first half was a little slow, and then they try to rush the rest of it because they were talking about the '60s. Kind of same thing with the Spider-Man one, Life Story, and they try to get everything all in at the end of it, explaining everything in the beginning. I don't think they needed to do that. Have you read it?
No, I haven't picked it up.
Yeah. So I'm not saying it's terrible. It's a decent book. I like the art from it and everything. It was written fine. It's just I hope the next one they move on. It's the next one's gonna be the '70s. They just have one book to explain it. So I mean, it'd been nice if they had 2 books for each. Make it a 12 issue maxi series. So they have like 2 part issues for every or issue for every 5 years. Maybe they will explain more, or maybe they could do better with it. But I'm gonna keep getting it because it's Fantastic Four. I did like it. I did not like it enough to drop it. So hopefully it's good. I don't know if TM. I don't think it's Marvel, so you probably didn't pick it up. So yeah. So yeah. Who else is talking here? Tomorrow, I think the big two will move into more indie type stories as they move forward until something happens and we want to retreat back to the comfortable and the familiar, like Mama's home cooking. Yeah, I mean, you see them coming out with a lot of miniseries. For whatever reason, Marvel does 5-issue series, and then DC will do the 6. Do you think there's any difference between 5 or 6? You think the writer would need 6-issue series to explain stuff, or you think 5 issues is good enough?
I think what you were saying before with Fantastic Four, like they would need 12 because there's so much history there. But in somebody like Gwenpool, if she got a miniseries, 5-issue, like what they're doing with Silk, I think Silk is a 5-issue series.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on the history.
I agree. That's a good point. Depends on the history and how much. But I wonder if the writer wants a 6-issue series, would they give it to him, even though it was supposed to be 5? I don't think they will, but if Ram V or Donny Cates said so, I think they would.
Mm.
But who knows? So I guess we'll move on a little bit. Oh, John coming to Chris here. Station, my man. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we're I don't have time for every news here, but I do have some DC news. Batman the Word hardcover. You heard of that? It has it's just supposedly this hardcover. I don't know how big it's gonna be, but it's gonna have like creators from all over the world have a chapter, and I guess artists and writers, and have their say and little stories, anthology I guess they call it or whatever, on Batman stories, and it's gonna be artists from all around the world, Europe and whatever. So I'm pretty interested. It's Batman.
How much is that book going to cost?
I have no idea.
$9 an issue, probably.
But I don't know. I think it's a hardcover book, so I'm thinking it's gonna be one full book. So like,
It'll be a big one.
70.
So, you might want to pre-order it ahead of time. That's why me and Fargate Bruce is having a pre-order show monthly to talk about books like that. So check it out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Ooh, like the plug, right? But so yeah, I wanted to talk about. I love Batman, so I'm pretty interested in that. See how it is. Those stories end up being pretty good. So,
but they've been doing that quite a lot, haven't they? Like Batman Black and White, a few other of the anthologies. Isn't the Urban Legends like that one too?
Urban Legends, yeah.
But I always dig a different take. It's always nice to have somebody else's spin on it.
But if it's around the world, I'm wondering if it's going to actually be like in different languages from that, or is it going to be translated to come over? Is it like an anthology with people from a different around the world that have like one story in the book, but in a different language?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't think it's gonna be sold to us like that. I think they would want us to be able to read it, but they'll probably translate, because Peach Momoko, her X-Men book is translated. She writes it, but someone translated it for her. So her X-Men series right now. So it's probably how it's gonna be. But it's gonna be a full hardcover book, all in one, not separate issues, I guess. So I'm in for it. There is a lot of Batman titles and all that, but to each his own. So I guess the next news is Joker Puzzle Box by Matthew Rosenberg. I like him as a writer. I think he's an underdog writer. So I'm pretty excited about that one. You guys heard of that one too, or didn't hear?
I have it.
Yeah. So
the cover is sick.
It's a sick cover. I think they didn't explain a whole lot about it, but I just thought I'd mention it because Matthew Rosenberg, I really like him as a writer. I love his Iron Man run with War Machine. I don't know, his Punisher run with more War Machine and Punishing the War Machine suit and all that. I thought he did a good job in that. I enjoyed his Kingpin miniseries. So he did a lot more. His Hawkeye, very underrated. That came out like last year. So I thought I'd talk about that one. And then so what do you guys think?
So that cover you're talking about it's like a white Joker with the red puzzle pieces?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Jock cover, but that's dope too. Like this ongoing Joker series is good, but I mean, is there really much Joker in it? So I'm wondering where they're going to take
that's a good question. I have no. They didn't like I said, like they didn't make too much of it. Even Robbie didn't have much to say about it in it. So I don't know if it's coming out September or November. Does it say on there if it's coming out, when it's coming out? I think it's new news or something like that. So
7-issue series in August.
okay. So there you go. So
Well, they
I'll
actually
probably
say
check it out.
beginning June 7th, digital chapters of the book will appear on digital comic app with additional clues and insights collected in Director's Cut bonus box. Yeah.
All right. So I'm interested. You interested, TM, or you another one? No, I got too much on my plate.
I don't read DC, man.
Oh yeah. All right.
No. I read a lot of DC.
Yeah. I can
Yeah, I'll
tell.
be picking that up.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the current
It
series. I'm
seems
really liking
interesting because, like, I think it's like pieces of the Joker. I think it's a puzzle. It's like a mystery about the Joker, in a way. I think that's how it's gonna play out.
it. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna get it. Nick, you're gonna get it? You interested or?
I can give it a shot. I'll listen to what you say, Herm. This one I'll take.
Oh, no pressure.
Yeah, if he hates it, it's all your fault.
It'll be a very different panel if I don't like it.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, if it's really good, we'll see a pick of the week for Rob or Robbie or maybe Bueller, like, or something like that. It'll be something different. But
Yeah, I'll just
Matthew
bribe
Rosenberg's a
them.
good writer, so
You're
I can't
telling us
wait.
now you're just gonna bribe them. Be like, here, make it the pick of the week. Make them blame you.
I just want Matthew Rosenberg to get his time to shine too, because I think he really is good, and he's one of my favorite underdog writers right now. So I had to mention that. So the last comic book news is just the Star Wars High Republic, the Trial of Shadows, I think it's called. Anybody picking up that? I know TM isn't, but Nick, do you like any of the Star Wars stuff? Are you picking it up?
I am picking up both the Marvel and the IDW titles, and I'm also trying to listen to that first novel, Light of the Jedi, through audiobooks.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm a big Star Wars guy. So
yeah. Let me know how that is. I want to know. Like, that sounds very interesting. I would love to. I love Star Wars too. So I picked up. I'm a little behind, bro, whatever that is. But I gotta catch up on my Star Wars. But I'm loving the Vader stuff and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Star Wars. I'm a sucker. So yeah, that's that. That's. Did you have anything, TM? That's all my news, comic book related news.
We got Jessica Drew for Into the Spider-Verse 2 voice actress. And that's just news that came. What do you guys think about her? At first, you know what? Like, when I read that, I misread it, and I thought it was for the next Spider-Man movie live action. I was like,
What?
that's all right. Like, I don't know enough about the character to really have input on it, but all right. But then I found out it was the voice act. Like, she's gonna voice the character. I was like, okay, that might actually be good, because I really enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse. So
I loved
I'm
it.
interested in
I love
see
it.
this next one.
that movie was phenomenal.
Yeah,
So good.
Artwork, story, animation, music checked all the boxes for me. So I cannot wait for that next one.
My wife, it's hard for me to, before this pandemic, it's hard for me to drag her to the movie theater sometimes. And she went twice to see it with me in the theaters.
Oh.
Never had we went to see a movie twice other than Harry Potter, but 2 times because it was so good. It looked so good on the big screen, and I was trying to tell people, I understand you guys think it's a cartoon. It's not just a cartoon. It is a great movie. New visuals are in this movie. You guys need to go see it. And they laughed at me like, nah, I'll wait for it to come out on Blu-ray or whatever. And then they came back to me and told me, I wish I saw that in the theater. I told you. So I know.
Not even
Go ahead.
IMAX the whole thing. Just so you need the whole experience with a movie like that.
Oh yeah, it's just it was so good. The music's good too. One of my favorite soundtracks from any movie. It competes with any of them to me. It's one of my top 5 of movie soundtracks. I have it in my car right now playing because I have the CD. I still get CDs. Yes, one of the few. I don't get a lot, but if it's something my favorite, I pick it up. And that one, I love it. Every once in a while, I have to pick it up. And the new movie that's coming out, I'm thinking by that time, more movie theaters will pick up and all that, and more people are gonna go see that movie because they enjoyed the first one. So those numbers are gonna be pretty good. So Sony's gonna be happy with that. So yeah. And the voice act, I don't know much about her. Do you know a lot about her, TM? I don't know much about her. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? She does a good job. I'm happy to have Jessica Drew. What happened?
She's got a series on HBO that's a pretty good one. She's it's kind of like a comedy drama type thing. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Heck yeah, Jessica Drew, very popular. So her being part of the Spider-Verse, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do with this.
Next year it comes out? Or the 2023?
Yeah.
Oh, October 7th, 2022.
Yeah.
Long way away.
It still got a little bit of wait. It takes a long time to make those movies.
Yeah.
It took a long time to make the first one. It took like 5 years, I think, it took them to make that one. So can't wait. That should be an awesome movie. Like, I hope more people by that time. Hopefully everything's good and all that, and we're past last year. So we don't have to think about it no more. Yes. So I could talk about that movie all night, but we're coming in crunch time now. Robbie's back. We're the bridge to the Rock and Robbie live show. He is back. 8 o'clock. Coming up top of the hour. Anything before we go? Nick, you have anything going on for you and your channel? I'm gonna give you the spot.
Well, I never know what's going to go on with my channel. This Friday night, we have the pull list with special guest stars Dale of Suspense and Mastodon Comics and Music. I also want to tell everybody I watched the first episode last night of Sweet Tooth. If you read that comic series by Jeff Lemire, it was amazing. It seems that the Netflix series might be a little slow, but I would say give it a chance. It hooked me, and I can't wait to watch the other episodes. There probably will be a midday live Thursday with me and the White Shadow, aka Chip Getler, and we'll probably do maybe a new comic day haul on Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. But I like hopping onto the lives, getting to know people in this great, amazing community. For me, hopping on this one was secondary to being on with you, Big Herm.
Oh, thank you.
Travis, I always like to interact with. Travis is a great guy, even though we give him a lot of grief. But I just appreciate you guys and what you guys do for the community. So thank you. I can't keep up with that group chat though. You guys talk too fast in that group chat.
Oh man, yeah, there's a lot going on in those group chats, man.
Oh, wait until you're in like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of different dynamics, but you know what? I always like to start my day with you guys because it's always like good morning. It's always a good vibe to start the day, and I think Big Herm is probably ending your day, but it's just a lot of positivity. I just want to start my day with. So appreciate you, gentlemen.
Oh man, thanks for coming,
thanks
man.
for stopping.
Station.
Thank you, Station.
Totally appreciate you coming on, man. Like, we gotta do this again. Like I said, we gotta talk about this sports show one day. We'll get together and all that. Yes.
Not just one BS playoff series. Forever, baby, forever.
Yes, forever. I got my hat back there. I always represent. It doesn't matter. Like I wore my Nick hat the next day, and they're like,
Oh
"Why are
yeah.
you wearing that?" And I'm like, "Cause it's my team. What do you want me to tell you?"
You know, yeah, you know what? Growing up in Brooklyn, that's what it is. You know, we pick teams at birth, and that's what we ride with until the grave. So,
Pretty much, pretty much. You like you said, Yankees Mets rivalry. Even though as a Yankee fan, I can't stand Boston more. We're playing them now.
oh, yeah.
Sorry, John Thomas. I know he got a lot of gloating to do. They won the
And they're
last two
probably
games.
they're probably beating us again today. So,
They probably yeah. But I don't like that manager they got. He's very fishy. Like one year they win it all, the next year he's not there. They stink, and then they're good again.
it's always that fugazi stuff. Yeah, yeah.
What's a
Not,
It's the
not,
same.
KC?
don't.
It's the
KC
same.
is Kansas City Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
I'm about to
Bobby, your
say because
brother
the
Joe, I love you
Royals aren't the
guys.
good. I'm about to say the Royals aren't good. We're talking baseball right now, man.
I was
Yeah,
showing
that's,
off
Sorry,
my
sorry
hat,
guys.
and
Sorry.
somebody asked in the chat, "What's KC?"
What's KC?
Flashes, I think, is in Alabama, so he might be a Falcons fan.
Oh,
So TM, what you got going?
a lot.
I give you the spot.
I want to see another one
Ah,
of those crazy ass videos you put out.
Well, this Wednesday, I have a video coming out for Whiplash Wednesday with Dylan from Dylan's Horror Show. Yeah.
sorry, it didn't pop up for me. He's like, wait
And
for it.
then after that, we don't have a thumbnail or anything for this, but I'll be over on Spinetick's channel, 8 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what time that is my time yet. Figure that out and let you guys know. And then then we have, of course, our show, but it'll be Loki on Sunday. And then the day after that, it'll be more of the Spawn Compendium. And then after that, I'll be sitting down with Sam from Sam's Tangled Web. And then after that, at the end of the month, me, Manny, and Cryo Prime will be sitting down with Eric Burnham, writer of Beast Wars.
Nice.
What is the Beast Wars?
What's a Herminio?
Everybody know what Herminio is. There was a whole singing thing happen earlier. But
Arminio!
I probably had to end it with that again. But yeah, so yeah, I got a lot going on. He just told you what I'm involved with him. So yeah, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, the Amazing Collector Show edition show will start with me and Bruce. I'm pretty excited. Fargate. Sorry, Bruce. Omnibuses, collector editions. We talk about that. We talk about pre-order, how to pre-order ahead of time so you can have a good discount. We're gonna have a ball. It's gonna be the first show, so we're gonna be an introduction to a lot of that stuff. I can't wait. I have a lot of fun with that, and of course, I'm always grateful for that. Of course, this Wednesday, I'm not gonna be with Sam. I'm gonna do my new comic book day haul that I usually do on Thursday. It'll happen this Wednesday on our regular time slot, 6 p.m. Part of that Whiplash Wednesday kind of thing. You know, Whiplash Day, TM goes and I go with Sam, but this time it's just gonna be my haul. Of course, Nick Comic Culture always comes up with awesome hauls of himself. And then of course we end the night with the main event, the Tomorrow live show, where yeah, I think they're talking movies and all that, video games. That should be a lot of
Yeah. This
fun.
week it's movies, TV, and video games.
Yeah, so that's gonna be good. And of course, Thursday, on my 4 o'clock time slot. Now me and Sam, we're gonna talk about Marvel movies and everything, the ones we like, the top ones, the ones we dislike. And it should be a lot of fun. We always have fun together. Sam Stark here. Sam Single Web. I always get him the nice nicknames. And yeah, yeah, I can't wait. TM talked about the companion and all that. I do have a future show with Sam. I have the thumbnail here, but I don't want to show it till I talk with him first. I'll probably talk about that on the next show. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, I always gotta congratulate my boy Phable,
The
1,000 followers
two-time.
on the Instagram, the two-time champ. The champ is here. And
Fabulous one.
yeah, man. Congratulations. His link. I don't have it down below, but anybody who has it on the side, drop his link right there. He always have great shows. The reason why we call him the Variant King, because he puts on a show, and then of course he has his own show on there. He'll go live sometimes with TM or myself, and check him out always. I think I got everything for now.
You guys should be going over and checking out Rockin' Robbie Live.
Yes, we're the bridge to the Rockin' Robbie Live show. He comes back. He's back at he says 2 weeks. It's more like 3 weeks. We waited 3 weeks for him to return. He got his new computer
together, Robbie.
And all that. We love that he is back. He's the biggest reason why me and TM is here. I don't know, Nick, like if you followed him too, but
yeah. I wanted to find out what that whole station vibe was about, and Travis and Phable put me up on it. So yeah.
Yep. Station with PCP Army Strong, the Badbatch, all that good stuff. Guys, thanks for joining us. This was a lot of fun. Nick, my man, finally I get to do a show with you. Thanks for popping up, having a conversation with us.
Thank you.
Time ran out. We have to do this one day again. And awesome, guys. Love you in the community. You know I always have a hard time ending this show. And till next time.
We'll see you over in the chats, over on Pop Culture Philosophers. Stay nerdy, my friends.
Yeah, see you in the chat. Pop Culture Next Philosophers. Peace out.
Later, people.
And then when I decide to get to
Uh-oh. Station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminio! Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man.
SOB.